couple of days to go. What is the build-up for you in these next 48 hours?
I've actually just taped my hands. I'm in my hotel, and I'm just about to smash away at some pads just to do a little bit of punching. I've done a long bloody workout up here last night. I've done a long trip up here last night, and I'm just relaxed in the hotel, and now we're about to start punching a few pads and look to see how much destruction I can cause on these pads in my coach's arms.
Are you in the best condition, Tony, that you've ever been in pre-fight?
Do you know what, Jim? That's an old cliche when fighters say it's been the best camp ever. There's no such thing. It's a lie. I'm sorry to put a dampener on things, but I've had better camps and I've had worse camps. It's just, to me, it's just another camp. I mean, what I will say is I'm in absolutely fantastic shape. I'm more than ready. I could do 15 rounds, never mind 12. I've had some fantastic sparring. I've gone all out and I've worked as hard as I possibly can. I'm in the best shape possible. And what I will say is there will be no excuses from me. Yeah. There will be no sore toe from me. There will be no broken nail, no out of place hair. That will be the reason for what happens on March the 4th.
Sometimes, Tony, fights come together because you just feel you need to have a focus. And obviously, this was the fight you've always wanted. And having that focus has driven you to, say a lot. You've been very vocal about how you feel and about how you feel about David Haye. And likewise, David Haye has done the same. So, but it's made you have, I see a really focused Tony Bellew in his fight.
Thanks, Tone. I'll be honest, mate. I made this fight happen, not him. He going off on a big mouth tirade and said what he was going to do to fighters who'd face him. And you know what? I just thought, I'll have a bit of that. And then I just lit the flame, and the flame has grown. And now we're dealing with an inferno, and we are nearly here. And it was me who made this fight happen. And like I say, he's gone on and on and on. Be careful what you wish for, son. I've got more than what I wish for. You've lost your mind. I'm having a laugh, and I'm going to punch his face as hard as I possibly can on March the 4th.
Tony, I mean, hour by hour, do you hear much coming out of their camp? Did you pay any attention to it? There was actually talk, would you believe, this morning that he was maybe on the point of pulling out because of an Achilles injury. I don't know if you heard that, but I mean,
that last week. That's old news. That was last week when he was in Germany. He can't pull out, Jim. He can't pull out. He knows if he pulls out, he's a coward. I've got it in his mind. That's the first and foremost thing. But ultimately, it's not going to matter. It doesn't matter what I say, anything. All that matters is this Saturday night. That's all that matters. And if the truth be known, I'll be honest, if he was fighting anybody else but me, I really think he would postpone. If he was fighting Shannon Briggs, Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko, any big, dangerous heavyweight, I believe he would postpone it. Because he's facing little old fat Tony Bellew, I think he believes he's just going to walk through me and make it a real easy night. But believe you me, he's in for a nasty, nasty shock on Saturday night.
Nothing in those reports and nothing in that talk, Tony, that he might pull out. Not from what you've heard.
No. Otherwise, he's in proper trouble then.
I always...
He's just in trouble on Saturday night. He pulls out. He's in real trouble with me then. I'm really, really not happy at that stage then.
Yeah, Tony, I've always felt... I've loved my boxing over the years, and when boxers inevitably, nearly all of them do get knocked down, and you've had that happen to you. You've been knocked on your backside. But when you get up and win off getting off your backside, that says a lot about the type of fighter you are going to go against.
Thank you. It does, and I've seen a comment Shane Rugen made because Sky made me watch the behind the ropes thing, and he says, what's the one thing that Tony Bellew does that worries you? And he refuses to give me any kind of credit for what I've done in the sport. I'm British Commonwealth, European and World Champion. The thing that he paused on and said was, the thing that Tony Bellew, what he does that worries me is he gets up. You better believe I get up. And I will get up as many times as it takes until I put you down.
Tony, I want
inside me that can't give up, and that's why I keep him up.
On that though, Tony, and I know you well to ask you, are you concerned that he catches you early with one of those bombs?
Jim, it's the same in every fight. It's the same with every other fighter. He's just another fighter on the list. 2 arms, 2 legs. Yes, he's very powerful. Yes, he's very fast. I'm expecting to feel something that I haven't really felt before. But believe you me when I say this, it will only last for so long. This guy's trained for the sprint. He has trained to be really fast, really explosive for a really short period of time. I haven't trained in that way. I've trained for a fight. I haven't trained for a race. I am prepared for a fight. This guy is not prepared for a fight. And when it comes down to the nitty-gritty and it starts getting hard, believe you me, he's going to look for a way out. He better pray this ends in 4 rounds, because if it doesn't, he's going to be a very, very sore and embarrassed man.
Tell us what it's like, Tony, the latter rounds of a fight, because you talked about being tired. You know, you obviously have to go somewhere in your head to be able to deal with what happens at the end of fights. You know, the last few rounds where you're digging deep into the well, aren't you?
I am, and I'm totally honest that I've definitely got a screw loose, and they're the parts that I like. I enjoy them parts. They're the parts I prepare for. That's when the fat boy gets going. It really is, and I'm prepared for a really, really hard pace to be set in the first half of the fight. And then I can't wait till I start seeing him tire, because he's going to. Believe you me, he is going to. He's going to miss with that big, crazy right hand he throws. Don't get me wrong. If it lands, it's going to do damage.
Yeah.
But make no mistake, if he misses with that right hand and my left hook lands, my left hook's going to do damage. So, this could be billed as, right hand against the left hook. Which one's going to come off better? I know I'm going to beat him. I just know it.
Tony, yesterday on this very show, a lot of people were criticising me on Twitter because they were saying I was saying David Haye was saying certain things that he shouldn't be saying pre-fight. And a lot of people were saying, oh, Jim White, well, your friend Tony Bellew's just been doing exactly the same thing. So they weren't saying that I was being equal, that I was showing a bit of bias towards you. But do you regret some of the things that both of you have been saying before this?
I'll be honest, Jim, I haven't said anything. Listen, all as I want to do on Saturday night is win. I want David Haye and the two of us. I want the referee just to be able to count to 10, it's stopped, and David Haye walks out the ring with a smile on his face. I don't want to hurt nobody. This is not what boxing is about. This is not what the sport I love is about. I just want to win. Hurting somebody is not in my mind. I've got 3 kids to get home to, a lovely missus, and that's all that matters to me. Yeah. I would never want to hurt any fighter. He's the guy who's saying he's going to send me to hospital, he's going to hurt me, I'll never have a licensed fight again after Saturday night. So I don't want to do that to David. I just want to win. And, for me, boxing's been to enough, Jim, and I haven't said anything of the sort. I would never even think about it, never mind say it. It's frightening to think. But let's just remember this. We're going to fight Saturday night. And a referee is going to save either one of us. The most important thing is I get home safely and he can get back on a plane and go back to Miami doing what he likes to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Do you strongly dislike each other to the point of hatred?
Hatred's a very strong word, Jim, and I've only ever felt that for one fight in my whole career. Hatred, no. Severely dislike him. I could crack him at any time, yes. Infuriates me with the things he says. Setting eyes on the clown's haircut, yes, sends me nuts. But hatred is a very, very strong word, and I try not to say that word, especially when my kids are around, because hatred for me is just, I've only ever felt it once, and I never want to go through it again, to be honest. So hatred, no, but severely dislike, could erupt and attack at any time, yes. So if you declare that as hatred, Jim, then I suppose it is, yes, but I don't declare that as hatred. Hatred is something that takes an awful lot of time up in your life and absorbs an awful lot of energy. I don't use that.
Tony, a lot of people on Twitter, Nick Pitt is saying, please tell Tony when he's on with you, Jim, what a gent he is, and that I hope he wins it early. You've got a lot of support out there. Just finally and briefly, Tony, what's the plan? You're going to knock him out? You're going to stop him? Are you going to outpoint him?
If in an ideal situation and an ideal scenario, Jim, I would love this fight to go past 5 or 6 rounds and for him to show his true colours. Because, like we said on the Gloves Are Off, I said, I turned up here today with this jumper on. It's got 2 Rottweilers fighting on it. I want this fight to be a dog fight. And Johnny Nelson asked him, David, do you want this to be a dog fight? And David Haye said no. And I said, you know why? Because he hasn't got it in him. And I want to prove him wrong. I just want to prove what I'm saying right and prove what he's saying wrong. That's all I want to do. and then I want us both to go home safely.
Yeah, we'll all be